We are here today to determine if the church has neglected to carry out the Great Commission. Will the representing attorney please come forward now and present his case?
Yes, Your Honor. We have evidence to suggest that the Great Commission has been neglected in many churches. Now, I should make a quick clarification. The church in America has done more to proclaim the gospel through missionaries and has planted more churches overseas than any nation. But this inquiry is not about churches specifically, but individual, personal evangelism. Or in other words, Christians sharing their faith.
Counsel, can you present any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, I'd like to state the Great Commission.
Yes, for the record, you may state the Great Commission.
It's found in the Bible, and I will quote from Mark chapter 16, verse 15. And then he told them, "Go into all the world and preach the good news to everyone."
You may now present the evidence for your case.
Your Honor, you have a copy of the evidence, but for the benefit of those here in the courtroom, I would like to state them out loud. First off, 70% of those attending church one or more times a month never share their faith with a stranger. 51% of U.S. churchgoers say that they've never heard the term the Great Commission. 70% of unchurched people have never been invited to church in their whole lives, and 75% of regular church attenders do not believe that sharing their faith is important. Now, only 2% of churchgoers invited an unchurched person to church within the last year. And 95% of all Christians have never won a soul to Christ. 80% of all Christians do not consistently witness for Christ, and less than 2% are involved in the ministry of evangelism. And lastly, 64% of Christians today believe that evangelizing is optional.
Is there any more evidence?
I'm sure there is, but this is what we have for now.
In view of these facts, then, it is my opinion of this hearing that the church has done a great job in proclaiming the gospel message around the world. And I commend the church for its hard work. But it's also disturbing to me that Christians are not sharing their faith in their own communities with their families and friends. It's also my opinion that maybe the church needs new vision and new direction. I would also like to suggest to the pastors, elders, and church leaders that they be in prayer for revival and evangelism. In fact, I think it would be good to review Revelation chapters 2 and 3 concerning God's plan and his purpose for the church. My question for the church is this: do you really care about the lost in your community? And if you do, what changes and sacrifices are you willing to make in order to reach them? Are you willing to make evangelism a top priority? People's eternity is at stake. Council, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance at this afternoon's hearing. This hearing is now over.